I suppose we need to give you some sort of update while we're here.
We're slacking.
Yeah, we are slacking. Actually, I'm going to turn off the... Ooh, Paul Bunyan. Paul Bunyan's here.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
Actually, I don't have a problem with that because we all have fire rings here. I'm kind of neglecting you guys here as I turn off the air conditioner. I mentioned this before. Like I said, it's a micro air. Let me see if I can do this here. You know, it's an app. Anyways,
an app for everything.
We got a controller in there, and I can turn off the air conditioner if I don't want to hear it. Right now,
I know how to do it on the wall. I don't have that app.
Yeah, she pushed that wall button like crazy, but in the middle of the night, or when we get up in the morning and it's a little chilly, I just push some buttons and I can heat the whole place up before we even leave. One of the things that, well, the bucket's peeing. How do you put a bucket over there? I think it's a pretty good idea because if not, you always have a puddle of mud and it splashes up. We have some mud that splashed up on the bike cover, and I see over there they've got a little puddle going. But theirs, yeah, I don't think you're going to see it. This camera's not made for that.
Anyway, it's wet over there.
Yeah, and that's, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times that's the way it is with us too. Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. The place got a little bit more packed up. We have been here now for 2 days? Yeah, 2 nights, 2 days. Rode our bikes around. We sold a scooter. That one scooter that we did a video on, that I'm telling you, for the money,
If we didn't already have 2 scooters.
we would keep it.
Yeah.
It's lightweight and it does a very good job. The scooters we have go longer. See, the thing is we want to go longer in between recharges and sometimes longer on trips too. So it's something to be considerate about. So we're going to hang out here and just enjoy the day. It's a really nice day today.
Very warm.
80. Yeah, 80 today. Rain in the forecast starting, I think, tonight, definitely tomorrow, and I think the next day. And then we have our Labor Day, our family Labor Day get-together. But the park's always been pretty good. The worst part about the park by far is, well, let me show you. I don't know if this will come out on camera, but I'm going to show you. Look at this. The whole truck is that way, and that's because every single car that comes past here, every single car stirs up a ton of dust. Now, it's not the car's fault sometimes. Sometimes they are going a little fast, but what they need to do is we need rain. Whenever they graded the road out here, whenever they took and drug a bulldozer or some kind of tractor thing.
I think it's a gravel grader or something.
Yeah, it really brought the dust up to the surface. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not going to
give
knock
the guy something to do.
I'm not going to knock the place though.
No.
It's taken care of. They're attempting something. For example, like Paradise. Some of the places at Paradise, there are huge ruts in the ground that are just horrendous. Yeah. But no, we could ride. If I had to, I could actually ride my scooter. That is not made for off-road at all. Has no suspension. I could ride that out here.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Should have seen me ride that little Fido bike or whatever it's called, Fido bike. Yeah, 14 miles an hour, 15. It got me up to 15 miles an hour. Yeah, this is a lot better than I thought. Which I know you guys are probably getting swamped, or you will be getting swamped with a lot of reviews here. It's something that we've been putting off for a long time. We finally got back to a location that we could receive mail. So, yeah, and that means lots of reviews. But good news is, again, I don't know when you guys are watching this, and I don't know what's going to be happening later on in this video, but we canceled our free 1,000 Trails reservations at Hershey because we were on the list and they finally called us so we could do the Hershey Park RV resort, and we love that place just for the reasons of logistics. We get a ride for free multiple times a day. It could rain and we could catch the bus back, the shuttle back to the campground.
It goes to Hershey.
It goes to Hershey factory, right? We can go back out to the show, come back for lunch, back and forth without paying Uber and without driving our truck and trying to figure out parking. And we get to go through the back gate, which the back gate is not even close to being as busy as the main gate. So
We get dropped right off at the door.
so glad, so glad.
That's nice.
All right, we're going to just sit here and enjoy ourselves, so talk to you guys later. What a disaster we have. We're getting ready to head out for our own little family get-together. We're stuck in rain, monsoon, had a tornado that was down south of us here. Yeah, we've had rain on and off, and it's kind of muddy out there, and it's gloomy, and it's a lot of Ohio going on, typical. We got some reviews that you guys may or may not have seen already. I don't know. We brought our chairs in because kind of got caught in the rain. Alcohol, look at all this. You know what's really sad about this? We were in, well, first of all, it's sad that we're not drinking it. I can't, Heidi's not a big, I'll tell you what the problem is, or what the, not the problem is, but what the story is. Whenever Heidi and I first met, I was a pretty accomplished drinker by that point in time. And what I mean by that was I was partying every weekend. I mean, I was young, you know, no obligations or anything really to speak of, just out of the service. And back then, I loved Bartles and James black cherry wine coolers. And back then, I think it was $4.50 for a 4-pack of the black cherry wine coolers. And they were 5% alcohol by volume, and they were a true wine cooler. It was not a malted beverage like Seagram's or anything like that. And it was just, I loved the taste. And I would go out with my brother and other friends, and we'd go out partying. I mean, that was the thing we'd do. And I'd be bringing my 2 4-packs of wine coolers. Now, back then, and I'm sure you guys are probably like, I don't want to hear about drinking there. I'm sure there's a group of you, but for the other group, the thing that I would do was I would drink about 4 to 6 of the wine coolers. And then at that point, I would be pretty buzzed. And, you know, the other 2 I would just maintain with. Now, if I didn't have the money, or if I was trying to go a different route, I mean, I had a whole science to this. I would buy 1 4-pack of black cherry wine coolers and 1 bottle of Grape Mad Dog 2020. So I would slam the 4 coolers, and then I would hit that Mad Dog, and I would kind of be sipping that throughout the night. Because at that point, you know, that Mad Dog's pretty nasty. Those wine coolers would desensitize everything, your taste buds and that, enough that you're like, oh, this is just a strong wine cooler. So that happened until Heidi and I, you know, and I mean, I don't want to put it off like I was an alcoholic or anything, but I did party a lot. I did go out partying a lot. I think that it was pretty much 3 times a month. We would hit parties, and it would be Fridays and Saturdays usually. But during different times of the year, and that was usually in the fall time more than anything else, and throughout the winter. During the summer, of course, it was just all about street racing, and I didn't have wine coolers or anything like that when I drove. I didn't do any of that. If I rode as a passenger, I might drink, but yeah, I never drank and drove. So Heidi and I met because I lost my license drag racing. What a surprise! Go figure that out. And Heidi and I met. She was a person that was somebody that I kind of knew, and I seen her driving up on the cruise strip when I was riding as a passenger in my car. I've told this story before. I don't know. You may want to go back and look at one of those videos. I don't remember what the title of it was. Something about This Is Us or something like that. Heidi and I dated, and her brother had gotten married, and it was an open bar. Now, her dad, bringing Heidi's dad to this, I knew that her dad had a liquor cabinet full of Yukon Jack, and what it was is all his birthdays and Christmases and stuff like that, the guys in the shop, he was a millwright foreman, the guys in the shop that were underneath of him, they would, buy him a bottle of Yukon Jack. But when her brother got married, again, her and I were still dating at the time, and we'd been dating for a while. I think, were we living together then or no? Yeah, we were living together then. Heidi sang at her brother's wedding. That was a thing that she did. She used to sing at weddings all the time. I went up to the bar, the open bar, and I said, "Hey, what do you got that's strong and kind of sweet?" And he says, "Well, the groom's father brought this Yukon Jack up here," and he says, "That's kind of sweet." And he put it in a glass with ice, and I took a little sip of it, and it was love at first taste bud. I mean, it was like, man, this is awesome. And I'm like, wow, this stuff is great. So from that point on, so this would have been in maybe 90-ish one, maybe 90-ish, 91. That's all I drank was Yukon Jack. Now, fast forward to the current time, present weather conditions. I drank Yukon Jack all those years. That was pretty much my preferred drink. Very rarely would I get away from that unless it was a rum runner because they didn't have it, or a 7 and 7, or a slow gin and 7-Up, or a rum and Coke. I mean, those were just kind of the go-tos if they didn't have Yukon Jack. However, Heidi this whole time has always been like my designated driver. She's not a big drinker. She will drink though whenever I drink. She wants to partake. Driving. Yeah, if we're not driving. She's always the designated driver. Unless we're bar hopping. We're using Uber, which you guys seen videos that we talked about that in the past. Getting to this point. At some point, we were drinking rum runners in Florida a little bit more regularly because nobody had Yukon Jack down south. Not only that, but when we had rented a house, her mom and the whole family rented a house in Surfside, South Carolina.
Down to the pool area. You guys already seen that. And you're going to see how close it is for us to go to the restaurant. It's not far at all. The door, past our parking, and where this truck is delivering beer right now, or whatever he's delivering, that's the restaurant we normally eat at right there.
The bar that was right next to us served this grape ape drink and something else. I can't remember what the other thing was.
Hurricane or something.
Yeah. And we liked the drink. So, and again, because they didn't serve Yukon Jack, we got drinking those. Heidi decided, I'm going to buy all the stuff to make a rum runner. I'm going to buy all the stuff to make that drink. In the meantime, she bought all this alcohol. And I remember, I think it was like $120 worth of alcohol that we had to buy to make these drinks. So we've been doing, this for quite some time until, was it Sholo? Oh yeah, there's another one too. Yeah, Sholo, Arizona, when I started having my health issues. And other than one time in February of this year, I mean, it has been well over a year and a half that I haven't drank. Yeah. And Heidi doesn't drink because that's not her thing. I mean, so all this alcohol has just been sitting in the cabinet. So we're going to bring this to our son-in-laws, our daughter. They have quite a little liquor selection, and we'll have them hold on to that.
They're not big drinkers either, but when they get together,
they have friends. They have little get-togethers and mix drinks.
Mixed drinks and stuff.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's the story. And this disaster is just, we're in a weird situation, and the situation is our grandson's coming over. So the fact that he's coming over, we have to leave this area open for the air mattress. We did reviews, and these things are going in the truck. However, they can't go into the truck
until our grandson's here, because the back seat, which we have that, it's not a 60/40, it is like a
2080.
Yeah, a 2080 seat in the back of the truck. The 80 part needs to be folded down for his seat to be fastened correctly. Plus my 100-pound toolbox is on the 20 part side. I'm not moving that toolbox to get that seat down. So everything that's in the cab of the truck had to come out, and that's where this is here. And then in the bed of the truck, we had to leave open because we're bringing his little bicycle in case he wants to ride it here. So there's just stuff that this has to be mailed, which we'll do that on another day. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff here that is making it cluttered, unfortunately. And we are completely disorganized outside of where everything goes because, again, with our grandson, we have to accommodate all his stuff, the air mattress, and his car seat in the truck. So that takes away storage in the truck. The air mattress makes it to where we can't keep things in here too neat, and the stuff that's in here is displaced out of the truck until the car seat comes out, which once we get back, we'll be able to straighten all this out because I could take the car seat out at that point because Matt's coming up to get him and bring him back.
We'll have to go somewhere on Tuesday, so.
Yeah.
We have to go to FedEx.
Yeah, we have to ship some stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it'll be one day for sure.
but that's this whole mess here. So I'm going to slip some shoes on. We're going to go have our family get together.
You have to bring a jacket.
Yeah, got to bring a jacket. It's not.
I'm putting it on now.
Yeah, and just to let you know,
Chilly.
you'll be the first to hear this because Heidi and I just barely mentioned this. And when I say mention this, I mean talk to each other about it just briefly. We may have some plans changing here moving forward. We don't know yet. We have a family situation that's popped up, and we also have our own personal feelings about what we're doing pop up. And basically, for our own personal feelings, nothing severe on that. It's just we're thinking it's a little too cold. Maybe we want to head a little bit further south, faster than what we're doing. We had this real nice slow trek down the coast. That trek may get a little faster, so we're looking into that somewhat. But yeah, family issues on Heidi's home front, so we got to kind of keep an eye on that. And
It's not a big secret.
What's that?
She's team mom.
What's
That's
that?
her. We're sporting team mom. My mom has breast cancer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's she says she's team mom.
Yeah, her mom is pretty gun ho about that kind of stuff.
She wants to get it over with, and she has a very positive attitude.
Yeah, her mom's getting ready to turn 80 here in December, so and she's very, 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 very active. I mean, we just talked about those storms that were going on in that. I mean, it was complete washout, storms, a tornado, all that. Where was she? At the local county fair that had a shooting the night before in the parking lot, and she went to a concert there the next night during the storms and everything. And
She said she's the only one that had her mask on.
yeah. Well, which she has to at this point. But yeah, that was that. She's very active. Let's just say that. But anyways, yeah, we'll we kind of got to get a feel for that. You know, family's always concerned whenever you're doing this type of lifestyle. A lot of people can't do. You know what? I've been watching more and more videos of people bowing out of this, and I get it. And I mean, for us, you got to think now. October, so next month, September, October. Next month is 3 years.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of stuff that comes up, and it starts wearing on you in weird ways. We'll have a video on that. We'll do a video on that. Okay, enough on this. That's what we're doing. We got to go.